Yo! Video games.
This is loud. Alright, here we go. Mature content? Oh no.
Titties and blood, titties and blood.
I think you're coming through now. I think I figured it out.
Hell yeah. Titties and blood.
Each time I awake, this planet seems somehow different.
Where are we?
You see things.
Now I'm remembering. There's a few games that I'm actually pretty amped for.
Sense the power that flows through this land. Yet,
Like
you do not
NBA
fully
2K21.
understand it.
Yeah, people can hear you fine now.
Hell
That's
yeah.
good.
But whatever comes,
I fixed that on the last second.
I'll be ready.
What was it?
It was a setting within Discord.
Let's do this.
Fucking Discord.
Pathless. Hell yeah. Give
The
us
digital one. Yeah, they're not gonna do it until the
PC
end.
emulating the PS5 experience.
That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, it means like we generally think this is what it's gonna work on, or it'll look like this. Final Fantasy 16. What?
Shiva's
Wow.
dominant. And only the dominant.
How do we even know the girl will be among us?
Our kind do not question orders. We follow them.
Ha! I called it.
Holy shit.
Sergeant, let's summon their icon. Icon? That thing's a bloody mountain.
It looks like a mod for 15, honestly.
Our foe will not relinquish their mother crystal easily. This will be a bitter fight.
You should not be out of doors. We have discussed this. Come, Joshua. Your father will be expecting us.
I am Joshua's shield. I'm sworn to protect.
What do you mean you refuse? Did you not pledge your sword to our cause?
Yeah, this looks like a 15 mod, actually.
It does kind of look like it.
It was the Dalmex who drove back the Crusaders in the Battle of the
For some
Twin
reason, the
Realms.
animation looks like it's not weighted. Like there's no impact.
Yeah, well, that was a problem in 15 as well, honestly.
Oh, okay. Oh, there it looks a little better.
Yeah, I was using that hit stun.
Vipers. Do they really mean to invade us?
I'm gonna need me one of them big cheetahs.
Oh, that kid got a face full of blood. I don't know why that was funny to me.
No, because everyone remembers the first time the girl had a period. What?
Oh!
What? But can it run Crisis? Someone said.
It's Volgan. I mean, whatever.
That's impossible.
E for it.
Why do the young guys have old voices and the old guys have young voices?
The legacy
Ah.
of the crystals.
I kind of noticed that. But then again,
It's a little weird.
they may change their actors like they did for 7 Remake.
Enough. I'll kill you. If it's the last thing I do.
I didn't know Logan Lerman's in this.
Yeah, I called it.
16.
Uh-oh! Also available on PC. PlayStation Sony getting that money hat in! Get that money in, bitch! Get that.
Oh my god.
It does look like a 15-side story.
It's been a while since they've had a world in Final Fantasy that I gave a shit about.
Yeah.
For me, the world has always been kind of the big draw to Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
And...
Oh, interesting. Everything from this point forward is off of PS5. So, let me tell you right now what that... Let me break that down. That means that Final Fantasy trailer was early as fuck.
And it runs like shit on PlayStation.
You just might.
This is a cool looking suit. I'm
Yeah,
not a huge Spider-Man fan, but
Yeah.
this suit is the coolest.
Dude, it's weird. Like, Miles and Spider-Gwen, I think, have way cooler costumes in the OG.
Yeah, I don't understand how that can be. This looks really good, though.
Yeah, and the original was solid as fuck, too, on PS4.
Come on, we're gonna be late. Hey, dude, I am so filling your suit with snow.
Dude, you just watched him do it.
Just in case.
Wasn't even a surprise.
It's gonna be fine.
When did he pick up snow?
On the way down the stairs off the rail.
This is my favorite
Oh.
part of living in Harlem. Pop-up street fair, best food in the city, awesome music.
This
Nice.
is one of the cool things if you live in the city, like when we lived in Koreatown, the street right next to us, not the one you picked me up on one time, but the one just south of that, would have Christmas time, big like fairs. They'd shut down that big
Oh.
street.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, and there'd be like a big band at one end would play, and you know, at the other end would be a bunch of games and food and all sorts of stuff. And you just walk down the street.
Throw things at each other.
A bunch of local businesses sponsored it and shit. It'd be like 1 week in December.
So they're showing off how many
Important creative director at Insomniac.
NPCs they can shove on screen at once.
This first look at gameplay from Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales. Our story picks up 1 year after the events of the first game.
I like this
We
lighting.
find Miles' new home, Harlem.
Yeah, he's got like a blue glow on his left.
While Miles' mom, Rio
Yeah,
Morales, leads an
he's got a blue
electric
kicker.
rally, a war between the devious energy corporation Roxxon and the underground.
Rocks on.
Criminal army.
Is that the most 80s name for like a villain group? Rocks on.
At what point in New York do you think they decided to allow mercenaries to walk around armored and armed?
Let's take a look.
I
World's
mean,
taking a turn. I guess fair enough.
yeah.
Let's not shoot each other, all right?
It's
This is
Miles'
almost-
uncle.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is starting to look a little Ubisofty with the tech.
We're after the new form. Ignore everything else.
Oh, is that Doc Ock?
Yeah, he got Doc Ock
Looks
tech.
very Doc Ock.
I think that was a chick. So it's Doc Ock
She.
tech. I think that was a chick that was talking.
It did sound like a chick.
As much as you can carry.
Yeah.
That seems new. I don't know anything about the comics, so that seems real new.
Did you watch Spider-Verse?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I remember in that movie he had electrical powers and cloaking ability.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. God, Spider-Verse is probably one of the best animated movies I've ever seen.
It is, right? It's so good.
Keep him busy.
I'm gonna need me a purple face mask like that.
Bridge is coming down. I have to stop this.
Okay, that was sick.
Oh, nice! AoE launcher.
Okay, but we can all admit that he's killing these dudes, right? Like we just
These people are dying.
yeah. He just sent that guy off a bridge where the impact on the water will kill him. Like
If not being electrified while hitting the water.
it's like the impact on these dudes. Just one punch from a superhuman would just kill a dude.
Well, that's the thing, yeah. These people, like, stop cars and shit. And then you're gonna punch a guy, like, full strength, you're gonna be dead.
Electrocute someone's brain. Like, that doesn't make him a not good guy. We don't know what these guys are fighting for, but I'm just saying.
No.
Oh,
You see, if you just
fuck.
wouldn't have intervened, asshole, it would have been fine.
That's, you know, that's not a bad point.
Doesn't matter that he failed to stop anything. Tomorrow, this bridge will not be here, and all those people will still be dead.
That's actually something that'd be cool to bring up in a superhero video game. Is like, hey, you know, maybe instead of trying to fight them while they're stealing, just let them steal the damn thing, and then follow them, and then attack them. Like, not on the bridge.
Break their house. Don't break the bridge.
Yeah. That look cool.
Thank you. Man. Those people, they're trapped.
No shit.
I've got an idea.
I fucking hate it when characters talk to themselves. And I love noir. Like, I love noir as a genre. I realize that narration and talking to yourself is a big thing in noir. But, like, for some reason, modern games, they're like, oh, the main character needs to talk to himself the whole fucking time. Especially in, like, Bethesda games.
Yeah, but I'll say that's kind of a Spider-Man thing, though, in general. Like, he does talk a lot. Yeah.
He talks a lot, but to himself?
Well, I don't know about Miles, but I think definitely OG Spider-Man.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, but I don't know if... I guess Miles would be the same way?
And, like, that news copter's just sitting there watching this happen and just being like, look, Spider-Man destroyed this whole bridge. And they're not even lying.
Andrew's trying out for J. Jonah Jameson.
Damn right.
We're still talking holiday, huh? Still not committing to a day, huh? Great.
Oh god, I hate to break it to everybody, but holiday's right around the corner anyway. We ain't gonna be gone. You know, we're not gonna be out of the house by then, most of us.
I want a Spider-Gwen game.
That'd be sick.
Wanna, brother.
Ooh.
Wizarding World. Oh, Avalanche. This is the
Harry Potter?
Yeah, this was the RPG that got leaked a while back.
Oh yeah.
Both beautiful and powerful.
Let's not talk about how fuck of a shitbag our creator is anymore.
Yeah, no, that's fair, but I'd be a liar if I didn't say that I was amped for this. I'm just so shocked that it took him so fucking long.
Late 1800s. Yeah, right?
That's when Voldemort is around.
Nah, I think he was later. He was in the... He was in the 60s or something. This is even before Grindelwald.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you're right. Grindelwald's the one that starts World War I.
Stone in this castle tells the story. Witches and wizards who came before.
Oh yeah, they should do non-binary as an option in the game, like on purpose. I would totally do that.
Rowling just to piss off Rowling.
Rowling would hate it, and it would amuse me to no end.
Yeah, I wonder how involved she is in this. She's just collecting that money. There's that whole rumor that she ghost wrote. Like, all of her novels after 2 or 3 or whatever were ghost written.
Really?
Yeah, that's why they get so much larger and more in depth on the world and shit.
An ancient knowledge.
Supposedly,
Cool.
I don't know.
Why does this look better than Final Fantasy 16?
Because it's a more interesting world.
Well, graphically too. I'm just.
Maybe the key.
Well, that didn't look very good. That looked like 5 frames a second there.
potential is limitless.
I don't know. I'm super down with this. I know it's.
Well, it's such a ripe, perfect like thing for an RPG, and you're right. Like, why did it take so long?
You stand for.
If it's gonna be open world, you get to wander around Hogwarts and Hogsmeade.
Yeah,
oh my god.
I mean, that's the idea.
Of Hogwarts.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because
Portkey Games.
in 2020.
In the chat, someone was just like, "I'm finna nut."
Yeah, so by confirming it's late 1800s, that means that leak was 100% true. So yeah, it's a full-on like Hogwarts simulator.
Fuck yeah.
They should totally offer non-binary and transgender options in the game.
Hi, everyone.
I would love it.
Andre,
It would make
Director
me
of
very
Raven.
happy. Ooh,
One of our
Raven.
goals as developers
Call of
is to bring
Duty!
a game world to life unlike anything you've ever experienced, and the PlayStation 5 is making that happen. With the power of the new console, we've been able to significantly enhance the overall experience. From what you see in the world, to how it feels in your hands, to what you hear around you. In Black Ops Cold War, you will be transported to the year 1981, in the middle of one of the most dangerous times the world has ever known, the height of the Cold War. The following is a portion of the first campaign mission where you've been given the name of a high-value target linked to the Iran hostage crisis. But in true
The
Black Ops
Iran
style,
hostage
nothing is as it
crisis.
seems. Take a look.
Why do we have such a hard time saying that name right?
Iran?
Iran?
Iran.
How long before we get Arash?
The team arrived in Turkey a few hours ago. They should be in position shortly.
Have you ever read the, there's several books about it, but have you ever read the book about, why Delta had all the problems that it had doing this?
I've heard, I've never read like anything in depth.
So, the Navy wanted the job.
Yeah.
So the Navy forcefully, like, fucked with their mission constantly. And one of the ways that they fucked with it is they insisted that the Navy's helicopters be used, even though Delta didn't want to use them.
That's right. I do remember hearing this.
And a sandstorm came in, and the helicopter hit one of the C-130s that Delta was sitting in. And they were sitting on top of these big balloons that were filled with fuel. That's how the C-130s get around as far as they do. They put these big balloons inside of them filled with fuel, and Delta was sitting on top of the balloons like a waterbed. And so this helicopter tries to take off in a sandstorm, hits the C-130, and basically blows up all the cargo planes that were going to take them to Iran. And then the Navy turned around and said, "Yeah, Delta fucked up."
It was their fault.
Yeah, they fucked up by making a sandstorm show up.
I don't want
The fuck? We just diced everyone in the truck.
Just dice everyone in the truck.
Hold fire. We need a positive ID.
And he's got a tiger jacket on.
Take him out.
Oh man, he looks like a 70s porn star.
Everybody loves 70s porn stars, right?
Pellington. I mean, he's not that far away. Wouldn't that bullet have like gone straight through and hit the other guy?
Straight through that dude's head and hit the other guy, yeah. So, Full Metal Jacket round, one of the big problems with them is that they pass through shit super easy.
Oh, that looked nice.
Oh wow, we're in Fast and Furious. This is straight up out of Fast and Furious. Like you're driving, you're doing all this shit. You're driving down the road, and you see a little RC car running. Like, what the fuck?
What is causing this thing to boost?
Battery power.
Okay, that went through that guy's head.
Oh. Oh. Well, that was sick. I mean, you see, the reason why this went wrong is they didn't have Vin Diesel. Vin the Plan Diesel.
Let's go.
The Dwayne Johnson Rock.
Robert Redford in Spy Game.
Right? Love Spy Game.
That movie came out in like 81 or something too.
Spy Game? No, Spy Game's a newer movie.
The way as you
begin
to unravel the truth, and we can't wait for
it had Brad Pitt in it and shit. I think it was like late 90s.
Campaign, Cold War features
maybe it was even later than that.
Oh shit, I'm off.
And
or maybe it took place. Did it take place in the 80s?
Today, I have the special
Spy Game was 2001. Yeah, no, it took place from the 60s or 70s all the way to modern times.
Oh, okay, okay. That's what I'm getting mixed up.
Will be able to play the multiplayer
but there is a movie from the 70s or 80s.
And for those of you that are watching at home on your PS4, you can preload the experience
3
starting
Days of the
tomorrow.
Condor.
We can't wait to see
Nominal fee required to access in Germany and Japan. What? Guys, the war's over.
Ain't that some shit?
Alpha, nominal fee to access in Germany and Japan. Guys, they're not the Axis anymore. The war ended 75 years ago. Come on.
Where?
Yeah, so, Harry Potter RPG was leaked a while ago.
And I'm excited for it.
All clear.
Well, move.
It's the same
Chris?
game.
What the hell?
Oh, it's RE8. Never mind.
Take him away.
Hell yeah. Capcom presents.
Everybody's dick so hard.
In life and in death, we give glory. The bell tolls for us all. They're coming again.
Everybody referencing Hemingway lately.
Mia.
Quit being so paranoid. Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father, who was hard at work.
The Deathly Hallows?
Right?
The forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bushes empty. Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees.
Fucking love berries. I'm a rascal.
Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine, under branch, and into the forest deep.
It looks so Bloodborne.
That's not a bad thing.
No, it's not, but it's just funny.
Just a local tale.
This gives me RE4 vibes, does it?
Morius Vivir. A little bit, right?
Morius Vivir. Morius Vivir.
Didn't really show a lot.
To die is to live.
If it's just looking, window shop away.
Yay, a merchant! Coming 2021. We get a new merchant. Yeah, they're going hard for the RE4, but like spooky.
Oh yeah, this game.
Yeah, oh yeah, this game.
I won't lie, I kind of dug it. I just forgot about it.
You want out of a time loop? You gotta learn how it works. Black Reef is a puzzle, and each visionary is a different piece. Here's Igor.
I am a respected scientist!
I've done so many loops, I've learned to run circles around him.
Hey, over here! I'm coming
Oh.
for you!
Yeah, I'm gonna be about this.
I do like how arcadey it looks.
Yeah, I really do. I also like the 70s vibe in music.
You know what it kind of
like?
You know what it kind of gives me a bit of a vibe of? It was like a Time Splitters vibe. Not just because of the time travel.
No, there
But
is like the animation and stuff is very
Yeah.
I tried taking my targets
Yeah,
out
the
one by
aesthetic and
one,
shit.
More than I can remember, but there is never enough time. I go after one, another lives. Because right now, half an island away, a different visionary is throwing his nightly cannibal masquerade. Alexis Dorsey.
Everybody shut up! This is my jam.
Igor's a big fan, yet somehow he never makes it to the party. Something keeps him home.
Colt, you there, buddy?
Here's the invite to the party. And here's why Igor blew it off. He made some kind of scientific breakthrough that morning.
I did it! I did it and it works!
That he makes every morning. Unless I get there first.
Yeah, this just seems like it's a lot of fun. It's got
no experience,
like Team Fortress vibes too. It's weird.
No reason for Igor not to drink his disappointment with Alexis. Now I got a shot at killing them both at the same time.
I kind of like the implication that like it's got a puzzle aspect to it, where it's like you got to make sure like these two people show up at the same place so you can kill them both within the time limit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, that is I don't know, like it just seems like an interesting game. I don't know why it doesn't get a lot of attention or why it hasn't gotten much attention.
Probably just because, you know, it's not the most graphically amazing looking thing ever.
I'm fair. I don't know. It just seems like the more we give a shit about graphics, the less we get interesting shit. Putting all your money into graphics and stuff is how you lose out on interesting gameplay loops.
Yeah, I mean, you end up with like the Order 18 whatever. Like, game's not really very good. It just looks good.
Clock's ticking.
I do like the idea that like, yeah, it's a puzzle.
Just ran out of time.
And you gotta like.
I'm not like those other idiots. Only got one name on my list. Yours.
So I wonder if like another human player plays that character trying to hunt you.
Q2. That's interesting.
And you just jump into online games or something?
Really? PS5 PC exclusive. Oh. Oh.
Xbox might have
Exactly. Order was like 3 hours long and it's funny because that looked like an Xbox style exclusive.
It did.
Capcom presents.
That day, if our positions were switched,
There it is. Finally, Devil May
would
Cry.
our fates
Special edition.
be different? Would I have your life?
I was wondering what happened to this.
Mine. You a demon.
Voidal!
Oh. An entire series that I have never played.
Oh, that's so fun.
I've heard. Wait.
Kneel before me.
Every time we see Virgil, all I think about is our Virgil.
No, oh, Sean?
Yeah. He did a surprisingly good job.
Yes, he did. I think Sean did excellent as Virgil.
Yeah.
Oh, so he can turn into V.
Rest in peace.
I mean, this.
Ooh, shit, yeah.
This song is so early 2000s to me, guys.
Yeah, it must be Virgil's theme. Oh, I love the giant crowds.
Devil may cry.
Alright, guys, what I'm gonna need is
Digitally
so I
at
can get me a jacket
launch. At launch. But they didn't say anything about, will PS4 version get it? At lunch. It actually makes sense, because we were always wondering, weren't we, like, where the fuck was the DLC for that game? Like, it got, like, Bloody Palace, but, like, that was it, and it's like, there had to have been more, right?
Oh, Oddworld. Isn't this Oddworld?
Oh, yeah.
Down their own hideout?
It sounds idiotic, but that's exactly what it looks like.
Bad karma for burning down my farm.
Hi, I'm Lorne Lanning, creative director of Oddworld Soulstorm. And we're excited to bring you an all-new exclusive trailer from the game.
Has he basically only ever made Oddworld games?
I think so. I think maybe before that he did a bunch of PC small stuff. Smaller PC
shit. But
shit.
Discovers it has only just begun. The stakes are higher, the threats are larger, the obstacles are more devious, and it's all made possible
Yeah, I like
by
this,
the power of PlayStation 5.
I like this setup for interviews. They've got like a 3/4 softbox and then a fucking James Cameron blue kicker. Working.
Well, James Cameron does love his blue lights.
That shade of blue that he had made specially by Rothko? Or Lee. One of the filter companies made that specially for him.
Huh.
We are not letting that ape guy get away from us again.
I'm a big fan of the color palette of like pink for your main lights and then your shadows all being blue, light or dark blue. Looks sick. It's a very like cyberpunk look. I'd shoot a whole movie in that if I could figure out how to get away with it.
Wait here.
I'm gonna write a noir and then just do that.
Well, we gotta get out of here. Come on, let's get out of here. My tummy's growling. I'm hungry.
So a lot of these games are updates to the shit they showed in June. Not all of them. Some of them are new, but like, yeah, there's been a lot of updates.
Yeah, you're getting to see like a lot more in-depth look at them. Man, watching the chat for this Twitch stream is
Your
just...
friends are worried about you. They're here with me. Please come out.
Wow.
I may have lost my temper.
From the guy who wrote Fear.
But it was just a glitch. It won't happen again.
Okay, that was creepy.
It's been such a difficult day for all of us. Why don't you come out?
Oh, is this that Outer Worlds DLC? What was it called? Gorgon?
It won't happen again.
Gorgon Bunks? No, it's Five Nights at Freddy's. Holy shit.
Look at that, pink and blue. Fucking A.
It was just a glitch.
Just talk about this.
Gregory, be still. I think she's found us.
Oh, it got me. It got me. I pooped a little. I've never played Five Nights at Freddy's, but I've heard good things about it.
It's boring as shit. I mean, if you're
what do
really, it's basically like a time management thing, where like you're basically trying to keep cameras on certain areas to not see things move, because if you let something go too long without watching it, it'll get closer and closer to you, like tower defense in a way, and then you die if it gets too close.
Oh, I sort of hate that. Why do people say that's good? Actually, that's not fair. The people that told me, or the person that told me it was good, loves tower defense games, so
because it's because when you lose, you get a jump scare. So people love jump scares.
Fair enough.
Is this Bloodborne 2?
I want to see more of that one horror game.
Demon Souls. It is a modern day Night Trap, yeah. And Night Trap was not a good game.
I made Elise watch Berserk, the 2016 version.
I haven't seen that.
Is
that the Egg and the King or whatever?
Not the movies. The movies are actually pretty good. The series itself is, it's fine. Just the 2016 version has weird, like, CGI.
Oh, the early awful one. Oh yeah, that.
Yeah.
It's a really terrible animation.
But like the story is still fairly strong.
There's there's a small like mini series from the 90s that's hand drawn. It's much better if I remember.
Yeah, but you can't fucking find it anywhere. But yeah, so I was on a Dark Souls kick where I missed the aesthetic and the story of the game, and so I made Elise sit through Berserk. I forget who told me that that Dark Souls is just one long rip off of Berserk.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is. And Bloodborne too.
Yeah, I'm not even saying that like a bad thing. I'm just saying that someone told me that, and now I no longer need to play the games for the parts that I like about the games.
Manga's really good if you actually ever want to like. I don't know.
That's another thing. Like if I could find it, I would read it. But
I don't think the manga's that hard to find. It's really detailed though. Like the drawings are hyper detailed.
You got to read everything from right to left, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I never finished the manga. Neither did the author. It's not done.
Is that guy dead?
No.
Oh.
He's close to finishing it. I think it's because like A, he's getting older, and B, he does everything so hyper detailed. That's why it takes so long to get an update.
Having a shield is easy mode.
I mean, this looks nice, and I'm sure it looks graphically beautiful, blah blah blah. But like, I gotta say, like, I really fucking hate the trend of like no music in video games, like the whole just boom, 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 boom,
which is
boom.
annoying because fucking Dark Souls has really great music for bosses. I wish it was all the time.
Yeah, it gets to a boss, music starts playing. Like, way too many video games nowadays just do this whole, like, oh, we only do music on really important parts and during bosses and shit. Like, ah.
Well, that's cool. Spear and a tower shield. Ultimate and hand-to-hand combat. So pretty much every game that they make is this, right?
Of the Soulsborne variety, yeah.
Well, I mean, FromSoft makes pretty much just that, right?
Nowadays, not. They used to make a bunch of really low-budget, shitty games. They would put out, like, fucking 10 games a year that were all different and weird and...
This is why, by the way, that's one of the reasons why when people argue that the controls are intentionally loose, I don't buy it.
Well, kind of neither do I, because their games, everything before their Soulsborne series, all had just really shitty, bad controls. I'm gonna mute this because this is gonna get flagged. It's Fortnite, so I'm muting this right now just because of the YouTube real shit, and it's fucking Fortnite. But yeah, no. Like everything FromSoft did before the Soulsborne series were always not good. Mostly almost like super low tier shit. Like super like poorly received critically, didn't control well, blah blah blah. What the hell is this?
Not Fortnite.
Yeah, Armored Core was decent and maybe Otogi. Maybe. A new benefit.
Plus benefit.
Oh, they're pulling a Nintendo, aren't they?
All your favorite flavors are on DoorDash. And now we're
wow, I got an ad.
Enjoy a free 25
Look at that shit. Yeah, there you go. Dunkin' Donuts. Wow.
Damn, really?
Wow. Yeah.
It's Ratchet. They're showing like a stream of different games from PS4 that were really big.
And like the screen didn't even come back. I have to like refresh. The good GG's. GG. Oh, I lost it. Dude.
So they're just showing a bunch. It's a compilation of games that were big on
PS4.
On PS4 right now.
Yeah.
It looks like they're probably just gonna say that like.
Yeah.
All of
wow.
them will be free.
Not only did I get a midstream ad, it actually blanked out the stream, and when I hit refresh, it went to the main page of Twitch.
After all we've done.
I'm glad that was recorded, so you can see what a midstream ad roll looks like.
It's time.
Someone got seven ads in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like literally all their biggest games from PS4 that they're showing right now.
Yeah, I'm back on it, but... Oh, that's a big dick drop moment.
Ooh, yeah, that's huge.
So they're just letting you play the old PS4 game, all those PS4 games, like Nintendo was doing with their old NES and SNES games.
Yeah, there's some games in there that I actually didn't play on PS4 that I'm pretty down with.
That might be a deal sweetener because it's going to be 600.
I might still get it if it's 600, honestly. Oh, these high quality renders, boys.
There you go, 5-4.
5-4.
Rest of the world. US, Japan, Canada, Mexico, Australia. 12th and 19th. Jesus, was it really that fucking hard, Sony?
So now you know.
They were really,
Thank you all for joining us today and for being part of this amazing journey. It's your passion as fans of gaming that drives us to deliver a truly new generation of experiences on PS5. From everyone at PlayStation, we appreciate your continued support, and we look forward to you getting your hands on PS5 very soon. To close, let me leave you with one more quick look.
Oh, the one more thing.
There was some hate on somebody who tweeted that the smartest thing Sony ever did was give over Sony gaming to the United States.
God of War 2. Boy! Dad,
I love
boy.
how much it sounds like a Pirates game. Is your dick hard? Someone's saying Skyrim too.
Ragnarok. Dad of Boy 2. Oh shit! Within the first year?
Damn. So it means holiday season.
Yeah, but isn't Horizon 2 also supposed to be 2021? Or did that not get a date?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if Horizon 2 got a date yet.
Yeah, they didn't even show that Destruction Derby game. They were all about like big major publisher games this time. They were like no indies, no small projects. Everyone's upset about those. Oh, I'm turning this shit off because of monetization.
November 12th.
Yeah, November 12th, 5/4. Which is kind of what I was like, you know what, I think they would love to do 6/5, but I think, like I was saying, I think they're going to kind of be forced into 5/4.
It's all wireless charging for your controllers now?
Look like it, yeah, like you just put it on the little, stick it on the little stand there thing. Yeah, it's probably going to be a little annoying. Well, I mean, it has USB ports on the console, so you'll still be able to...
headphones and shit.
Well, no, I'm sure you'll still be able to plug the controller into a USB cable.
Oh yeah, are they normal USB or are they only USB-C?
You know what? I actually don't remember if it's 3.0 or C at this point. I kind of hope it's
paying attention, but
I kind of hope it's C.
I want it to be 3.0 because I need a regular USB port for my headphones, which are still really good headphones.
It probably has like one of each. It's USB 3.0. Is that on the front? It looked like there were two, right? It's like a 3.0 and a C? I don't know.
And then there's one on the back. I think there's a C on the back.
Yeah, something like that. One 3.0 in the front and a C. Okay. That's what I thought. So, yeah, here it comes. Like, that was a good conference because, of course, it's a good conference when it's all nothing but just giant publisher AAA experiences. But it did have a lot of good shit in there. Hey, Shoujo a Go-Go.
Yeah, there was I don't know. I thought that was good.
Yeah, it was what it needed to be, which was like, here's the price. Like, they could have just started with the price and release date, honestly. That's my feeling on it.
I don't know. People would have dropped.
People would have dropped. All right, I know the president. No, I think you're going to stick around for the games. So, because like then you still had all these games like Miles Morales where they're like, when's it coming out? A holiday. You literally can't just say, oh, it's coming out. Can't just say that it's coming out November 12th.
That was a legit ass motorcycle right there.
Oh, you heard that?
Yeah, that thing was loud as fuck.
Yeah, let me I'll play this. I'll go to the playback. Diddly remember Mr. Caffeine? Diddly doodly 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 doo. Yeah, okay, so I'll be the first to say it. I mean, I'm sure it's already been said online right now. Graphically speaking, Final Fantasy 16. Yeah, it's a C. I'm looking right at it, 3.0 and a C on the front.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 16 didn't really look all that hot graphically. Like it looked like we were looking at a mod of Final Fantasy 15. I don't know that the game looked bad necessarily, but like it definitely wasn't like, Square Enix's usual like bullshittery of like overdeveloped, overproduced trailers that may or may not vaguely resemble the final product. So although it's been rumored, and I don't know if any information's come out while we were watching this about who's making it. It said like Business Division 3 or whatever, so it's like not the usual Creative Business Unit 3, not the usual Final Fantasy team. But there was a rumor that the people who make the MMO are making this game. Yeah, Yoshi P. Is that Yoshi P or is it Naoki Yoshida's producer of 16? Yeah, so it actually has a vaguely Final Fantasy 14 look to it. But you know what? I have a lot more. I have a lot more faith in the game if that's the case, because everything I've seen and heard is that like Final Fantasy 14 in its current state has been fantastic. Like he really turned that project around. Like it really is, you know, it's what you want. So it's like, okay, so this guy knows what he's doing and he gets shit done. So maybe that's what Final Fantasy needed. It just needed to have a mainline game where it's just done by people who know what they're doing, and it's just make it work. Like just focus on making a game. And if you want to make, you know, your fucking CG multimedia, you know, multi-game, multi-movie project, whatever, you could save that for some other time. That's Final Fantasy 7 Remake at that point.
And I mean, I know I played 14 when it first came out because I remembered you guys loved 11 and everyone was all amped for 14. And I hated it. And then I played Realm Reborn for a few weeks. But everybody was like so used to playing Final Fantasy Online or something. Everyone was like 20 levels higher than me within a week.
Oh, yeah.
So I just stopped playing.
It's actually very easy. You can actually buy your way to top level too. There's like a potion where you're just like, make me top level. And he's like, I don't know how much the potion costs, but there's literally a potion you can take. Just be like, just put me at max level. I want to do end game shit now.
I don't know if that makes me happy or not.
But there, I will say also, there did look like there was some what do you call big dick moments where they're like, this is ours, mine. Like Sony's like, mine. Oh, only we get Final Fantasy. Only we get that. What's that time loop game called? Deathloop. Only we get Deathloop. Yeah. Only we get Deathloop. Only we get Final Fantasy. We're gonna give you a bunch of PS4 games. Here's what I don't know. I don't get. Like, were those PS4 games? Are those for free? Like the way Nintendo Switch Online works, where like you just get a bunch of NES and SNES games for free as long as you're subscribed?
I think they're going to either be that, or they're going to be like the PS Plus system now, where you get like 1 or 2 games a month that are free for that month. If you download them in that month, they're free so long as you're subscribed.
Right.
Which will probably be what they do.
Hey, online Persona. So someone was saying, Sabo was saying that you got to buy them. So wait. So that's worse. That's way worse in my mind. Because it's like, hey, we have these PS4 games you can buy on PS5. I'm like, wait. So it's not really anything cool. It's you got to buy those. So do you have to buy those PS4 games? Like, will it not work? Like, say you have whatever God of War or Persona or whatever. Is it not going to work if you just stick the PS4 disc in the PS5? Will it not play that game? Or is it like a thing where you have to buy the game again on their store?
Not entirely sure.
Yeah, because it was just a quickie trailer. Because if it is a deal where it's like you have to download them, buy them again from our online store, I'd be like, well that sucks.
I have to be like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, what? But yeah, I don't know. Like, overall, I think this was a good E3 style type event where it's just like, okay, here's the big guns, here's when it's coming out, here's what it costs. Here's the crazy thing though, is that I don't know that it got me super hyped to like try to fight anyone for it. You know what I mean? Like, am I gonna have to like fight to get the console, for launch? Because obviously supply is gonna be limited and crap like that, right? Kenny, we're in Discord if you want to jump in. Me and Andrew just on the mod Discord channel. You jump right in, dude.
I honestly think that they're gonna purposely keep the supply down, because there's no reason in today's day and age that they can't manufacture enough to sell. They're going to purposely make it sell out to make it look more desirable than it is.
Mm-hmm.
Which is saying something, because it's already pretty fucking desirable.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
well, it sounds like he logged in, but I think he's muted. Does PlayStation have, the only big launch title is Miles Morales, which looked good. Don't get me wrong there. I see Kenny trying to talk.
Hey.
Yeah, you're still on Among Us. For director of Final Fantasy 16 is Hiroshi Takai. He worked on Romancing Saga and The Last Remnant. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Producer is Yoshi P. Battle director is Ryota Suzuki. Designer of Devil May Cry 5 and Dragon's Dogma. Yeah, that... I'll say nothing. Yeah, but that's a shock!
That's like Final Fantasy 9, like, going back to, like...
Yeah, but not chibi.
Like, there was technology-wise, yeah, not chibi or something like that.
So, yeah, so the dev team is coming from people who did Final Fantasy 14, which is, you know, medieval style, and the guys who did Last Remnant, which if you look up an old trailer for that game, that's what that game looks like. And a guy who worked on Dragon's Dogma and shit. Yeah, so it actually makes sense that it would be medieval, you know, old medieval Final Fantasy, because it's actually coming from people whose last games were like that. It didn't look. I mean, it's obviously very, very early because it's PC footage, and it's, you know, obviously. Yeah, that's good too.
It must have been so early that they couldn't be dishonest about it.
Dishonest, right?
Maybe not.
I can't make Kenny any louder, chat. Sorry. It's like you're coming in. You are noticed. You are lower than Andrew, but you sound fine to me. But for my chat here, I'll boost on my end.
What happened with me on
I'll try to boost on my end. But yeah, Last Remnant vibes, whatever. Miles Morales looks great. Battle system looked cool. They didn't. Again, like, I'm not on the internet right now. I'm not reading, you know, whatever press releases came out. So I don't know if. Yeah, I don't know if this is like a. Is this an expansion? Did they clarify what this is? Like, is the full original PS4 Spider-Man game on this game?
Huh.
I don't know. But yeah, like I mean, either way, it looks cool. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I can't say I'm like super jazzed about 16, but I would say that, like, considering who the people making it, I think it's gonna be a lot better. Like, you got a battle designer from Devil May Cry 5 and Dragon's Dogma, and you got the guy who turned Final Fantasy 14 around. I've got a lot more faith in this, like, coming out on time when they didn't even have a release date, but also, like, putting the focus in the right areas.
Yeah, we'll see. The only problem I had with it was animation looking a little. Yeah. Weightless, like, I guess would be what I'd put it.
Yeah, I did. So
I don't know how easy of a fix that is, mind you. That might not be something that can be fixed, but.
Well, again, it also might be. It probably depends on how early it is.
That's true too. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably knows. I mean, so yeah, I don't think anything's been clarified as to, like, how big or how long Miles Morales is. Like, it seems like there's been general confusion ever since the beginning.
Yeah. Like, well, it's expansion, but.
And then somebody like, no, it's a new game. And then people are like, well, it is, but it's not very long. It's like Lost Legacy, you know. And I mean, just realistically speaking, like, it's only been 2 years since that PS4 Spider-Man game came out. Yeah. Really not enough time to sit there and, like, we have a full-fledged PS5 only sequel ready to go. Like, it's just being real. And if it was Spider-Man 2, they would have called it Spider-Man 2.
Yeah. No, the thing is, it's just probably like that upgrade with Grand Theft Auto. You know, they just bumped up the frame rate.
Yeah.
Just, you know, everything's a bit sharper and so forth. I mean, they're just going to take the world map that we already have, probably expand on it a little bit, and you know, do the same thing.
And even if it isn't as long as the other one, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. Because, like, sometimes, you know, having a shorter game is better. You know, if your pacing's better. You know, if your brevity's better. Like, you don't have to drag it out. Like, you can cut the fat. You know.
100%. Like, and I don't know. It's weird. Like, if when I was younger, I liked all those games, and now I'm just like, come on, I got stuff.
Man. It takes a very it takes a very special game at this point for me to be like, okay, I'm going to sink 100 hours into this. I'm like, yeah, that's got to be a pretty special game for me to sink 100 hours into. So now, like if it's a really good 10-hour experience, a really good 20-hour experience, I value that. I think I love a good 10 to 20-hour experience.
Part of that is because both you guys stream a lot. Like, now that I don't stream very often, or if at all, I still appreciate longer games because I don't have to go through the same amount of content. Like, if you guys don't have turnover, you'll have, like stagnation sometimes. Yeah. So it's in the streaming age, it's kind of it's kind of like an impossibility to do a 100-hour game.
I make one exception for that, and that's it.
Monolith.
yeah, that's it. That's Xenoblade games. So exactly, Monolith soft games. That is my one exception because I mean, like, I'm one of those weird people where it's like, if you just leave me in front of the screen, I will play that game for 100 hours.
I mean, I played Horizon. I played Odyssey, and there's a third one that I played, but I played those games for like 100 hours each and really loved it. But I only streamed Odyssey, and people were getting tired of me streaming Odyssey.
Yeah,
like I was 100, and I didn't even complete the main story missions yet. Like,
I mean, that's why I even put my shit like on Monday. It's like Mondays. It's like, okay, guys, just so you know, it's Monday. I'm playing this. Like, you don't. What'd you think of the Harry Potter game, Kenny?
It looks pretty sick. I think it was like a couple hundred years before.
Yeah, late 1800s. So the leaks were all accurate for it, which is good.
So the books take place in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Like early 90s, like 90 ends at like around 98. I think it's like when he graduates or something.
I think they're supposed to be like, I don't know, something like, I heard it was supposed to be concurrent with when they were coming out, or
pretty close.
When the because it's 1 year each, right? So the book started in the 90s, and then it's supposed to be those 7 years from like 90 whatever on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like 200 years before.
100.
100 to 200 years or something like that. But
no, this is 100 years before the books.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Oh, because it is late 1800s. That's right.
Yeah, late 1900s.
Yeah. Well, because Voldemort's like fucking 80 something in the books.
I think he's just fucked up looking, honestly.
He's Voldemort's almost around the same age as Hagrid, because he was around. He was in school with Hagrid, and he blamed him for something.
Yeah.
He blamed him for the Chamber of Secrets. So they were around that time. So he's his 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I could see that.
Yeah.
He's after Grindelwald, because Grindelwald is he dies in 49 or 45, something like that. And Voldemort comes after that. But someone was joking in my chat, like, "Hey, they should." He's like, "Oh, please let there be two gender options, like more than two gender options in the game." And I'm like, "Oh, I would love that."
Nice.
Oh man, the salt that would come from Rowling would just amuse me to no end. But no, like the leaks seem like they were true. Like it's going to be a Hogwarts simulator, and you'll go. They say you'll go around areas outside of it, like like Forbidden Forest and shit. But like it is going to be mostly like you create a character, you pay, like you'll get sorted, based on things you choose or whatever, and like you'll do the whole experience. Which is ripe for video game. It's like, I think Andrew pointed out, like, how the fuck did it take them this long to do that?
Yeah, right? To do a solid one.
Oh, because they did a Lego one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did Lego ones. And they had a lot of EA Harry Potter games. One of them was open world, actually, like Order of the Phoenix, I think.
Yeah, it was close to a Gears engine.
Kind
of cool. He was like third person, and it looked very similar to Gears. I don't know. I think I just heard some reviews, and I was like, I'll skip it.
But this one I'm pretty down for, especially if it has co-op.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it looked like it almost did. But the thing too, I was looking. I mean, like this is gonna be like Star Wars stuff, right? When you have fans that make it and not George Lucas, and that it'll be good. So it's gonna be like, and I'm pretty sure J.K. Rowling, she had to sit down and greenlight everything. But it's gonna be like there are gonna be other people in the driver's seat. So Yeah.
I'm sure she has like creative control. This thing, I'm sure
yeah.
she has a lot of creative control. The thing is, I used to. The weird thing is, I actually used to respect a lot of the things she had creative control on. You know, like oh, I love the fact that she didn't want to have like Pepsi and other bullshit in like in the Harry Potter land.
Yeah.
You know, I loved that she was like insistent on like the quality bar being so high for her thing and yada yada, and like it sounded like she was super progressive and stuff.
Yeah.
But then she just chose like she just found the stupidest fucking hill and said, I'm dying on that hill. Like that hill looks really dumb. Let me die on it. I have to die on this hill.
I mean, no one's one thing all the time, right? Like she can be super great on a whole lot of things we care about and then just like absolutely fucking awful on another thing. You know, it's like I
also am just like, you know what? It's just it's like an age thing too, where it's kind of like
she's an old human. Yeah.
He's an old human, like
there something to put it in perspective is there's a decent chance that all of us, but at least one of us, knows a trans person.
Oh yeah.
There's also a decent chance she's never met a trans person in her entire life. She doesn't humanize it; she sees it as a label.
Right.
It's not a human to her. She's old. I don't. It doesn't make her any less wrong. It just makes it's easier to understand that way.
Yeah, if someone was like wondering like why is she like this, I'm like, well, I to me like when it first started happening, I'm like, you know what, this is just an age thing to me. I'm like, this is like an old person found the thing they couldn't comprehend and just had to be that way. But
there's a whole lot of language and social norms today that would have been just back then that would have been monstrous today. You know?
Yeah.
Fucking. I don't know. I understand why people are angry. I'm just I'm refusing to get super worked up into like a frothing. You know what I mean?
No, it's more just like for me. It's more just like, ah, damn it.
It's a disappointment. It's a major disappointment.
That's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. But you know what? It's like you said, like the you have like the George Lucas thing where it's like other people be in the driver's seat. Like I saw the trailer for like Mandalorian 2 season 2 yesterday.
Yeah.
And again, it's just kind of like, man, this is just everything that I wanted from Star Wars, after Return of the Jedi, I love the fact that it's like a Western, but it's also literally just lone wolf and cub. So it's kind of like this samurai / like Western aesthetic to it. I love I love the fact that in Mandalorian season 2, like they're going back to the idea that no one knows really like what about the Jedi. Like they're like this weird rumored group of freaks, like space wizards or sorcerers, they called them. So I'm like, yeah, this is how I always thought the original trilogy like viewed them. Not like everyone fucking knew about it and shit, but
well, yeah, before the prequels came out, like Jedi were supposed to be this like mysterious, like a bogeyman in a way, but good guys. But like people didn't. In 30 years between the prequels and the new ones, like everybody forgot these super powerful religious kooks who were at the height of their power and had like a giant,
were involved in every battle, had a massive play in the politics. Like,
we're the arbiters of, justice and shit. Like, what? Oh yeah, we forgot about it. And then they did it again in the new ones where it's like suddenly people would forget that like Luke Skywalker was the dude who took down the Empire.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's true, all of it. Well, okay. I guess people forgot. I don't know.
Yeah. Again, like Mandalorian was like it's the Star Wars I really think that should have been post Jedi. Like I'll even go out on a limb and say it. I think it is the best Star Wars thing I've seen since Return of the Jedi. Some good shit in the TV shows, the cartoons, the animated stuff, but
I still hold that if Finn would have been the Jedi for this new trilogy, it would have been way more interesting.
It's funny because apparently that was even an intent of JJ was to make him a Jedi, and then
I thought so.
Yeah, John Boyega came out recently, and he was kind of throwing some fucking massive shade at Rian Johnson about and deservedly too, because like it's clear that like he did not give a fuck about that character.
No, not at all. and like it was pointed out even in the very beginning when I watched it. I'm like, oh, he's a Jedi, because like in the beginning when he didn't want to kill and all that stuff, Kylo Ren immediately looks at him. I mean, that's what happens when a Jedi feels another Force user, right? So then like he's doing, and it's like he immediately knew the Jedi who didn't do it. He immediately, so like that's like something like, oh, I could sense the force in this guy, right? And then they just fucking sleep over it. I could even tell, like, dude, this guy is also a Jedi.
Finn's arc into being a Jedi would have been way more interesting than Rey's. At least for what we saw of Rey and how Rey was presented, Finn would have been way more interesting. Because Rey was just another fucking orphan on a desert planet.
Yeah.
But RE8, how you guys feeling about that?
Excited. I mean, it's you know, they have like the vendor's cousin, you know.
Yeah, right at the end.
But he doesn't have the hard accent. But
he has like a British accent, like a different one.
So we're gonna get a vendor back in the game.
That makes me excited.
Cool.
It looks like it's like a spooky RE4.
Yeah,
which is what I like about it. But at the same time, I wonder if they're going to. Like, one, we haven't seen gameplay. We don't really know what gameplay is going to be like, but I assume it's going to be first person.
Yeah, well, they've said that.
Some of it, yeah.
And part of the thing that like I really loved about RE4 is, yes, it had, in my opinion, the coolest location so far. You know, in the castle and in the village and stuff. And obviously they have that in this one, and I'm amped about that. But like, are they going to try and lose the other things that made it good, like the kookiness to it? 7 had some kookiness.
Yeah, that's a really good question, actually.
I mean, the characters in 7 were kooky. Jack Baker's he's a little bit fucking weird.
Yeah, and once Jack Baker was out of the game was immediately less interesting.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Will we get someone as cool as Jack Baker, man? Like, that was, you know, he killed it right there.
Yeah,
definitely made it fun. Now, I did see the PlayStation camera, which kind of gets me excited because we could have the chance for some VR.
I can't believe they haven't come out and said if it is or isn't. Like,
yeah,
it has to be, right?
I think it has to be.
Like, how could it not?
Yeah, especially with the 2 cameras. I mean, and that's tracking right there already for VR. But you know me, I'm a nut for it, and that was, like I'm saying, that was my favorite gaming experience of all time, was going to that.
You know, I hope that they do come out with like a higher res VR2, and then, you know, say RE8 as part of that. Like, fuck.
I mean, it's the best VR experience I've had thus far is that game.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it was like well worth admission to me. Like, and now I'm getting this new PC, and I don't want to get an Oculus because that's like more Facebook, and I'm like, I don't know. Facebook's already scary now, and now like they want me like, you know, I have to deal with Facebook.
Now we want to put cameras in your eyeballs. We want to put lenses in your eyeballs.
What's in your room? What's in your fucking room? Oh, you got some figures. You got this. Oh, okay. Get ready for some commercials for whatever the fuck you have in your room. You know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Did you get any commercials during the that like show, Kenny?
No.
I did. I actually got one of the mid-roll ad streams.
Oh,
and it killed his whole stream.
Were you guys watching on Twitch?
Yeah.
I was watching on YouTube. I think mine was a little bit delayed.
Actually, you know what? Considering the bullshit of this thing on Twitch, we might have to just do YouTube only in the future. For at least for watching streams. But it happened during the PS4 game segment, so it wasn't really like, it was the best time to have it happen, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, like it ran an ad for like Dunkin' Donuts, and then it died. Like it didn't load the stream back. So I hit refresh, and it didn't refresh the PlayStation page. It went to the main page of Twitch. So I had to like manually type in PlayStation again. It's so fucking awful. Like, this shit sucks. Like, I'm glad it happened on my stream, and it's gonna be for the world to see, because like that shit needs to be pointed out to like someone at Twitch. Like, guys, nobody likes this idea, but here's your other problem. It fucking kills the stream.
Yeah, like it mutes it, but at least you saw a Dunkachino ad, so it makes it worth it.
Yeah, Dunkachino.
You know?
Dunkachino. All right. So we get to the main topic of today.
All right.
How do you feel about Dunkin' Donuts?
Right.
Because I got one right down the street, and it's. I actually like their coffee a lot, but I don't know if do they beat McDonald's on those breakfast sandwiches? Do they? I'm not sure.
You know who has a good breakfast
real
sandwich?
Controversy.
Yeah, Wendy's has a good breakfast sandwich. The breakfast Baconator is actually excellent.
Oh, is that really?
Yeah, it is actually. The other breakfast shit sucks there though.
I just want a breakfast sandwich with everything. Give me all the meats. Give me,
Yeah,
I don't want to choose between bacon and sausage. I want them both.
Yeah, breakfast baconator's the way to go.
Yeah.
I want my heart to stop mid-bite.
Exactly.
Right. Deathloop, though, you're looking forward to this, Sandra, and it's a PS5 exclusive and PC PS5 exclusive. I like the idea of it having like a puzzly element to it, where it's like you have to kill these two people, and you only have so much time, so you have to get them to be together in one spot. So you have to manipulate shit around them to get them to go and meet, so you can kill them in one segment. I kind of like that. It adds a little puzzly, and I like the arcadiness of it. But yeah, like we talked about it like when we were watching it, but I'm like, yeah, it's cool. They said Q2, so April, May, June, probably a June game. Anytime someone says a quarter, like say Q2, that means the end of the quarter. It means June. No one says Q2 and it means April. That means June. It means the end of that quarter. Because if it was going to mean April, they'd just say April.
The thing about Deathloop that I want to know, and I talked about it while we were watching it, is one, if that other assassin is hunting you the whole time, if that's a human player, that's gonna be vicious, because anybody that gets good at the game is just gonna switch over and start trolling anybody new to the game. It's gonna be some bullshit. They're gonna be waiting where you need to do objectives and shit.
They had a mode like that in the original Perfect Dark called Counter Op. Do you remember that, Andrew?
I don't actually.
Okay. So Perfect Dark was such a I've always like championed the original Perfect Dark for like it had so many options, so many things you could do, so many customization stuff. And like Halo came out and everyone's like, Halo's like revolutionized console first person. I'm like, fucking how? Like it has so much. You had so much less things you could do in Halo than Perfect Dark, but whatever. In Perfect Dark, they had co-op and counter-op, and counter-op would put you in the body of a random villain character in the game world, like one that was already preset in there, and your job was to go and sabotage the main player from completing their objectives. You also had a special thing called a cyanide pill, whereas if you got too far away from the main character, you could take a suicide pill, and it would kill that enemy, and it would put you in a body closer to the player.
Nice.
That sounds pretty fucking awesome, actually.
It was awesome. This was on an N64, for fuck's sake.
So you were doing it split screen?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can do it online now if you have it on Xbox.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, like it was a really dope mode. Yeah, it was with Deathloop. I think hopefully that's what we're talking about is the return of counter op.
Yeah. I'm thinking, maybe like you both like how would it time up if you're if the other person is controlled? Like maybe you have to do the same mission, and maybe if you finish it first, you win. So you're both kind of doing a mission.
It could be like one guy has to protect a target, one guy has to assassinate, or maybe it's like assassinate the guy first.
Yeah,
it could go both ways. I'm sure they have both.
That'd be interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it seems cool because she's like, I have one target, and that's you. So.
Yeah, so maybe just be like kill the player. Available
Which is gonna
digitally.
be rough.
So they say Devil May Cry 5 Special is available digitally at launch. It's not really a surprise to me. It was just sort of a surprise that we never got DLC for the original game. I was kind of sitting there like, shouldn't there be DLC for Voigel? Like people data mined it. I'm like, where the fuck is Voigel? And there's Voigel was in Special Edition, which they were saving for PS5, which awesome. But when they say available digitally at launch, like I'm sitting there and I wonder, okay, are they going to charge you $60 for Special Edition? So you have to. So it's like if you have Devil May Cry 5, and you're like, yeah, I've been waiting so long to play as Voigel. Do you have to pay $60 again to do Voigel? It's going to be paid DLC for previous owners. Oh, that's good.
Oh, nice. I have it on PC though.
I'm sure it'll be well if they offer it as DLC for the standard edition. I'm sure it'll be on PC as well. Yeah, like it's like it was just shocking for a while. I'm like, where the fuck's the special edition of DMC5? Like, how can they not make a DMC5 special? Like, of course they were, but they're holding it back.
I just realized I should open your chat. so that I
it'll
can see.
run at 120 frames on PS5. Holy shit!
At 120. Ooh.
Holy shit! 120 frame Devil May Cry. That's pretty. It's pretty hot. It's pretty sexy. That's
makes a dick hard.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty 6 to midnight worthy.
I mean, I know frame rate's a big deal to everybody. For me, it's like as long as it's hitting 60, I don't really care. Granted, I was playing on PC, and yeah, with shooters, if you're hitting 100 to 120, it's pretty nice. But
yeah, it really depends.
It's that big of a deal.
It depends on the game entirely. Like for Devil May Cry, I've never played an action game at 120. I've only ever played it at 60, and it is noticeably better at 60 than 30. So I'd love to see what it feels like at 120, right? That's not even true, Sabo. Human eye can't see past 50 frames. Yes, it can.
Oh yeah, just ask Max or Simmons.
Yeah, absolutely can.
Or any of the high-level FGC guys.
Jeez.
That's, I mean, one of the big...
God. Like, what's his, like, correct, Andy, like, what's his name? Sonic Fox. That is crazy. Like, he was proving, like, he was talking about, like, Sub-Zero's overhead and low, and, like, how it was so many frames, and people were like, oh, you can't block it, you can't block it online, and he set up a thing where he had the computer do a random overhead, random low, and he was blocking it every time. He didn't know whether the low or overhead was coming up, and I'm like, God damn, there's no way I can do that. I get hit by the world's slowest mix-ups in games. So,
I mean, I don't know. It might just be that we're getting old, so we can't keep up with it. But I know for a fact people, like in shooters and stuff, you can kind of like gauge how many iframes are, for instance, in Warzone, when you're getting off of a zip line, there's a couple of like iframes. Or like when you get downed in Warzone, there's a certain amount of iframes, and like some of the really good shooters will stop firing and then refire again, and they'll be able to kill. It's like you didn't even get downed.
Oh yeah.
You'll just like instantly die. And I can't track it anymore. I feel like maybe I could have at one point, but I can't do it anymore. And you can watch guys online do it.
Well, that's the funny thing too, is that like Max is sitting there like, I can't, it's so hard to go back to 60 after 120, and I'm like, here we go. But I'm all for 120 frame future if it comes down to it. But no, if you're playing Civilization or Age of Empires, you don't need 120 frames. It's not going to matter that much.
But I don't. The thing is like frame rate matters if you're at an extremely high level. Yeah. Frame rate doesn't matter when you have so many other things. Like in online gaming, when we're talking about like FPS and stuff, there's so many other roadblocks that you have to get through before frame rate actually fucking matters. Now, when you're at a tournament and you're both using the same setups and the same monitors and all that shit, frame rate absolutely makes a difference.
Yeah.
But like online, I don't buy that frame rate makes a huge difference. Mostly because, again, so many roadblocks.
It does, but again, it's really dependent on your connection and the ping and all that.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Like, if you're playing an online game that maxes at 30, even with a great... Like, if you have a great connection, but, like, the frame rate's maxed at 30 on a game, you'll definitely feel the difference between great connection at 30 frames and a great connection at 60. Like, you'll absolutely feel that difference. But I mean, having a great frame rate won't mean shit if your netcode is crap, if your connection is bad,
or if you have a monitor that's not built for maximizing frame rate, refresh rate,
or if your monitor is just like improperly set up.
Here, I'll put it this way: if you're playing on a TV in your living room, frame rate doesn't fucking matter for you because your TV doesn't even refresh fast enough. For 60 frames a minute.
Yeah, there's a lot of TVs that are not made for gaming or not properly set up. Like Max goes through this fucking issue all the time when he goes to E3 or Evo.
Oh yeah.
And remember we've watched him have to like he did the PR person has to go and find someone who can find a remote for the TV because that's the thing is they ship the TVs in like literally days before E3 and they just mount them up to the booths and they just turn it on. There is nothing, no setup is done. They don't properly make sure the TV's refreshing properly or anything for gaming. They literally just plug it in and go.
Yeah, whenever there's a capture session, Max is like, "Hey, do you guys have the remote?" That's like the first thing he does. He gets the remote and sets it all up
he's
and
gotten
stuff
to
like
that point now where he's just like, I'm just he first like he'll go and be like, "Has this TV been calibrated?" And you're like, "What?" And like, give me the, and then it's like, "Can you find me the remote?"
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. He did that at an Evo once. You guys were doing like an event. And,
I think it was for
there was
Soul
like a mad
Calibur.
rush. Yeah, it was a mad rush to find the remote.
Yeah, we had to we were just chilling there waiting. Like, it's like, "Oh, prima donna, I'm actually helping you. I'm helping you. You gotta,
well, it makes
where's
the game.
remote?"
It makes the game look better. It'll when you're talking with people who are like, if you're at Evo and you have a fighting game, pro come in to play your game, the game will look better because the pro will be able to do what they want to do if the TV's properly calibrated.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you're right though. A lot of people, they're not even like the frame rate won't matter because their fucking TV's not even properly set up. So sometimes it won't even matter in that point. But yeah, Demon Souls, Andrew, are you excited for Demon Souls? Yeah.
Yeah.
Demon Souls.
Yeah, no, why not? I don't think I think I'm pretty much burned out on playing Souls games. But I don't blame anybody for loving them. And I'm perfectly like, sometimes people will be like, yeah, they're just too hard for you. Like, they're talking shit to me. And it's like, I guess, yeah, it doesn't hurt my feelings. Like, they're just not, they're not my.
I guess it's coming to PC as well. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna run way better on PC.
That the pre-orders start tomorrow, the same day that the new RTX graphics cards come out.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Those RTX graphics cards, even that 3070 is going, well, on a GPU level, that 3070 is going to be much better than the PS5.
And I'm getting me one.
Oh, are you getting? Which one are you getting, Andrew?
I'm not sure. I think it's like the $700 one, I think.
Oh, yeah, same here.
Yeah,
the
3080. 3080 is the biggest bang for your buck. Here we are on the PS5.
Oh, yeah.
We're talking about the graphics cards. But that
Well,
3080...
it comes out at the same time.
Yeah, the 3080 is the most value you can get, period. Like, you're still getting an amazing value for the 3070, but you're getting more bang for your buck on the 3080, even though it is more expensive.
By $200 though, right?
Yeah, $200. Yeah, so
yeah, $200 and it gives you double the power or some shit.
Yeah, it's a good jump.
Yeah. Now the thing is too, I was tonight I was gonna go by and see about camping to like get one at Best Buy, but now I'm like, I want to go and reserve my PS5.
Camp where?
That happens tomorrow. Well, what's up?
Camp where? I don't want to be near people.
Best Buy, but like I can camp 6 feet away from somebody. They'll probably have like.
They won't though. People are assholes.
But like if Best Buy, if they, like, that depends how many people are actually getting it and whatnot. But if Best Buy like knew some people were going to camp, they might have some markers or something like that. But I just have to like decide because I know it's going to be a little tough to get those graphics cards after the first initial.
It's going to be impossible to get those graphics cards. Let me just put it to you that way. Like
exactly.
that shit's going to be sold out in a fucking second.
Yeah, that's the only bummer. I have a 1060 now, and it's already really great for game. I don't need to upgrade. Mainly, what I want to upgrade for is that it's the last thing I need to update for my editing rig to be competitive right now. And since DaVinci Resolve runs GPU heavy, like I want to have beefy GPU, but otherwise for gaming, I don't need to. I don't need to upgrade it. Like it's still beefy as fuck.
Yeah. Good luck to anyone trying to get any of this shit. I'll probably try to see if I can get, a PS5 locked in. Honestly, like if it came down, I mean, I'd rather have the physical disc version, but like if it was like, oh, we don't have it, but we have the digital, maybe I'll just take the digital. Maybe just fuck it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe I wouldn't want it, but like I might just say fuck it.
I don't think I'm gonna do the digital. I'll just wait.
It's funny how it's $100 less, and it's like it absolutely does not need to be $100 less. Like that disc drive does not cost $100. Like
no, fuck no.
Like, so Sony's lying through their fucking teeth if they're trying to insinuate that a Blu-ray drive costs $100.
Unless there's something like extremely camp. Unless there's something like extra beefy about it or something, or
No,
I don't know,
I
like,
think it's
like the difference between the the digital Xbox and the Xbox Fatty. But it looks like there's not much space in there, so it looks like it's just a disk drive. So yeah. So
ongoing.
But the thing is, too, I'm almost at that point. Like, Steve's gonna be so happy that like I almost want to do the digital. I have all these PS4 games. I think like having the physical copies are great for back in the day.
I know. I'd much rather have physical just for like space and shit.
Yeah, but now that doesn't even matter anymore.
They install the whole game on there anyway
They
now.
install the whole game.
That is very true. Like some don't, but like a lot do. A lot of the big ones do. Like the big ones do. Anything that's like of a certain, certain size overall. Like,
yeah,
and I fucking hate how like Call of Duty is so fucking massive, and yet you have a game like
they didn't optimize it at all.
No, you have games like Ghost of Tsushima, which are huge and look way better than Call of Duty does, and it's like less than half the footprint of Call of Duty, and it's like, God, Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know. It blows my mind how fucking unoptimized that shit is. But yeah, 5.4. I still don't know how I feel about that controller. I need to actually play with it.
Yeah, we had to too bad there's no E3 to like touch it.
Yeah.
I just want to touch it, and it looks, yeah, man, it's just definitely an Xbox. Because the main reason I get PS5s or PlayStations over Xbox is because I like them I like the controllers.
Yeah, but I don't know about that controller though. I'm a little sketch. It's a little sus. Yeah. That controller's sus to me.
Right? It's the imposter.
Yeah.
I think the shoulder button. I don't know, but we'll see. I'll have to feel it.
What the fuck?
But yeah, that's the main reason I play more PlayStation over Xbox, and it's just I play the majority of fighting games, and the controller's got to feel comfortable. So.
Yeah. I don't know. I wouldn't say like I'm pissing my pants in excitement for it. I think it was a good conference. I think it did a lot. I think they did a really good job of showing you why you should why they think you should buy the PS5. Like it was a good sell. We got exclusives. We got all these big AAA experiences. So it did its job, and finally they just said, here's the price, here's the release date. Like it wasn't that fucking hard. Like what day is this? The fucking what? The 16th of September? They waited for they had less than 2 months to go to tell us the price and release date. Like that's shitty. I don't know. I think that was shitty personally. What day was the Xbox coming out? Do you want to remember? Was it also the 12th? I don't remember.
It's somewhere around there. Yeah.
Is it the same day? So the Xbox and the PS5 are actually going to come out same day.
What? Wow.
That the 12th sounds right. That sounds like the day this Xbox is coming out. So they're doing the 500 300. Sony's doing the 500 400. Oh, it's the 10th? Oh, was it 2 days before? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah.
I'm absolutely getting the PS5 first, but I'm still looking at that Xbox digital, like 100%. It's like a nice system that I'll plug in.
Yeah. But like if I get the Xbox, it might be the small Xbox or me.
Yeah. I think 100%, because like now I'm gonna have this beefy PC rig coming up pretty soon, so I'm like, yeah, you know what? I would rather have this little digital version with the Xbox Pass, and I want to play this game really fast. I want to do that.
And plus, I have to think about where the fuck am I gonna put these consoles? That PS5 is enormous, and yeah, and I mean, if I'm not getting the big Xbox X, whatever.
Oh hell no.
Sony confirms $70 price for first-party PS5 games. Oh, shock!
70.
$70. I mean, it was inevitable. And again, it's not that big a deal if that was all that it cost, but it doesn't, because they're going to because when you're gonna get a game like Call of Duty that'll be $70, and then there'll be like 1 billion microtransactions on top of it, and it's like assholes. Like, I don't know. Like, if your game has, and then like if your game has content at launch at the start of the game that's in the game that you cannot access without paying extra on top of the $70 you already spent, that's shady as shit. That's shady as shit. Like, what am I paying for here? You like it's like a $70 like buy-in fee. It's like they're treating like consoles are now like clubs. It's like, you know, 25 at the door and then like, you know, 20 for every drink you want as well. So it's like you're just getting the door entry fee now. Now $70 is the door entry. You also got to buy all the drinks inside too, you know, and whatever else you want to buy. Like, just thanks, modern gaming. There'll be exceptions to that rule, of course. Like, you know, if you buy like Spider-Man or Horizon, I'm sure it'll be fine, right? It'll be like you're gonna get like the full game when you pay the $70 or whatever. So, you know, it's funny too because like a lot of those first-party games, not first-party, but like big games, are going to be on PC. Like someone was saying, Demon Souls is even going to be on PC as well.
Oh fuck yeah!
So
yeah,
it's
it is.
like
Part of me is actually like, I would rather wait in line to get one of these graphics cards first, and then just wait on either of those consoles for a year, which I know is insane, but I feel like you're going to get more out of doing that than, you know, buying a console and then waiting on, for me personally, than getting the graphics card. You know what I mean? So if I have to wait on one of these two things, I'm going to wait on a PS5.
Yeah. But if we go back to like history, I mean, they're both this graphics card and this PS5 are going to be probably tough to get for sure, especially the PS5. Like when the I think it was the PS4 launched, that it was just bananas to get, and people were. It might have been the PS3, but it was like.
It feels like it was tough to get every console at launch.
Yeah, it was like people were going crazy for it. I think it was the PS3 because I remember I was working on a Best Buy and people were going absolutely nuts. And I remember this guy was pulling this prank where he was walking with a bag with a PlayStation in it, trying to like make people go crazy. And I'm like, this guy's obviously trolling right now. He's of course he's walking with this kind of see-through bag with a PlayStation to try to make people go nuts and stuff like that. I remember working at a store. I just can't remember what launch it was, and this guy's like, "Oh, you know, I'm just walking around nonchalantly with my PlayStation bag."
Do you remember those dumb prank videos where someone would buy a video game console? Like they try to get their first in line, and they'd buy it, go out to the people still waiting in line, and like crush it with a hammer in front of them.
Yeah, like, look at me, I got it. Yeah, it was
just
PS3. Yeah,
I just wasted a bunch of money. It's like, I'm like, okay, like, like, oh, we're trying to make these people mad. I'm like, you spent $600 to try to upset someone? Jesus Christ, who's the joke on?
Yep, you're that petty.
Rich
motherfucker. And if I saw somebody do that online, I'm like, dude, you're fucking dumb.
Yeah, I'm like,
why would I get mad? I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I'm so mad. He smashed it. Oh,
it's like I'm still in line. In 20 minutes, I'll have my own, and you're gonna be out $600. Like, who's the joke on?
Yeah, right. All that for a drop of clout.
Yeah, and like does anyone remember that guy's name? Nope. Yeah, that was fun. I think I'm gonna try to like turn this into a video now. So
yeah, that's good.
The
PS3 riot. Yeah, at Best Buy, there were riots at some Best Buys because of the PS3. So that was the PS3 launch, and it was just people were going nuts. They were calling stores every day. I don't, I'm pretty sure people hate working at those kind of retailers when the systems comes out. I mean, I'm pretty sure maybe Simmons are like, I'm not sure if you were working at a thing when there was a launch of a console, but it was it's a nightmare. Moms calling every day, people calling every day, every phone call. You even knew what the fuck they were calling for.
You try to like minimize it by just like you'd answer the phone and be like,
hey, how's it going? We don't have PS4.
Yeah, thank you for calling Electronics Boutique. We have no GameCubes in stock. You already
Yep,
games
exactly.
talk. No games talk. So like every so often, like obviously like on like less than half would pick up on it, but it'd be nice when someone be like either they just hang up and go like, oh never mind. And I'm like, yep.
Yep. Oh my god, dude, those days. Thank you for calling. We don't have this available. Can I help you? And it's like, look.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I don't even know where to go to get in line for one of these 3080s, by the way. Or if I just want to try and find it online.
I'm going to try Best Buy. I'm going to call them literally after this is done. And I'm like, hey, are you guys going to have those things available tomorrow? Okay, cool. And then I'm just going to
tomorrow's going to be the mad dash for graphics cards for PS5 pre-orders tomorrow, I think starts.
Yeah,
and
PS5 pre-orders.
Yeah, and then there's a small Nintendo Direct tomorrow. It's probably Monster Hunter related tomorrow morning.
Probably.
Yeah, but I really want to score that graphics card, even though I'm not going to finish my PC build until like probably
go outside. Hell no, I'm not going anywhere. If I'm not going outside for any of this shit.
I mean, I'll have my mask, I'll have my sanitizer, and I'll
you do that.
Just get away.
I'm not doing spray bottle to squirt people away from you.
Yep, exactly. I'll be 6 feet away. I don't know how many people are gonna wait in the area I live in. You know, I don't know how many people are crazy that excited for a graphics card, but you know, scalpers are everywhere, right? So they're gonna be like, hey,
in no universe will I get in line for any consoles here. Yeah, but will you have to be behind the counter though? That's the real question.
It's gonna be wild. I'm gonna try and get it online.
Yeah, it's like I'm either gonna get a pre-order online or it's not happening.
Yeah.
No. That's how it's what it's gonna boil down to. I'm like, I'm either gonna get like a pre-order that's gonna get mailed to me, or it's just not happening.
Yeah, better idea is healthy exercise. Yeah, I gotta do that. Yeah.
Like as much as I hate the idea of like having to wait like an extra day or 2 or 3, you know, for the console to get delivered to my door, it's like I'm over it. Again, these I'll be honest. I'll be okay. I'll be honest with you. Like the launch lineup looks anemic for both of these consoles. Like Miles Morales is like the standout right now. But like as far as like launch games go, like both consoles seem pretty anemic. Like obviously the Xbox way more anemic than the PlayStation.
Oh god.
Obviously. But like as far as like this year, you know, big exclusive gotta have only on PlayStation, it's like I don't know what they're I think I can't remember. I keep forgetting Demon's Souls. I don't know if that's a launch game or not. It does help the system a lot if it is a launch game. Is the launch title? Well, that's good.
Oh, nice. That's actually really good.
I mean, it's a remake, which is cool. I don't know. I played the original, whatever. I'm not really not a huge Souls guy myself, but it is good. It is a good launch game to have. Both PlayStation and PC. It's going to be on PC at the same time as PlayStation. Oh my god.
There you go.
So if you have a PC, you could just buy it there.
And especially if you get one of those new graphics cards. I don't know. It looks like it's running amazing on the PS5.
So really, like if you don't have a gaming rig PC, like the big question is, do you want to spend $570 plus tax for Miles Morales?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, so there's 2 versions of Miles Morales. Standard game is $50. Ultimate with Spider-Man PS4 is $70.
Oh.
So it is kind of like an expansion, but not an expansion. Like it's sold, so it's Torna. It's sold standalone, or you can buy it with Spider-Man PS4. All right, cool. Makes sense. Yeah. Again, $550. You're gonna be spending like $600 after tax and everything, though. At the end of it, so it's like, do you want to spend about $600 for Miles Morales this year? 16 has you sold it. I'm gonna be, to be honest. Well, that game ain't coming out for fucking years. By the way, years. It's not coming out next year. It's not coming out the year after that, and it's probably not coming out the year after that.
Probably.
No
Sony first. Oh yeah, right, Muffin Man.
Muffin
Man. Yeah, I don't know. Like what a. Ratchet and Clank look hot, but that's launch window.
Launch window,
which means March. Just so you all know. When they say, hey, it's the launch window, March. I was ready for 550, so...
Oh, you gonna play some shooty hoops this Friday, Andrew?
What is
Black Ops beta?
Oh no, I haven't even. Do you have to get an invite for that, or?
No, it's just coming out first for PlayStation 4.
Yeah, that was the thing where they were talking about the.
You have to pre-order it, huh?
I don't even think so. I think it's just an open beta. They're just like, hey,
that was the thing they showed in the conference, right? The alpha, where it's like it's free everywhere, but Germany and Japan have to pay a nominal fee, and I'm like, what the fuck is this World War II tax?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, no, I'm down. I'll do it.
It's war. nice one, Simm.
It's Call of Duty, and it has like this big thing, like nominal fee in Germany and Japan for the free alpha, and I'm like, why are you like they're not the Axis anymore? It's been 75 years. Move on. I thought I had trouble moving on from people.
Yeah, no, I'm down. I'll do it. I'm not that excited for Black Ops. It just doesn't look amazing to me. But I'm down to play it before I give a final decision on whether or not I get it.
Yeah, if there's a free alpha or whatever, I may try that. Yeah.
But the thing is too, like you gotta admit, their single player modes are hella fun. They're
they're really great
Michael
single player.
Bay, they're great. And I think we were supposed to go back with Max and play the space one because I never.
Oh
finished.
Yeah, like Advanced Warfare.
Advanced Warfare. I mean, maybe we can do I don't know if it's on PC or whatever, because I know Max wanted to do that.
I have it. I think I have it on one of the consoles. I played the first 30 minutes of it, and then just nothing. Let me see. I might actually have it on PC. But yeah, nobody was playing it.
Yeah. Good. Those things are,
If there's a free whatever alpha whatever, I'll check it out. For Call of Duty. Yeah. I'll waste my time and my hard drive space for a little bit, but I'm not. Oh, actually, wait. Miles Morales is gonna have a PS4 version.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
The
it's built for PS4.
Right? I knew it was, but I didn't think they were even gonna offer it for PS4. What? Wait. So it's not even it's not a console launch exclusive. It's a cross-gen game. Wow. That's amazing. These console launches are anemic as fuck. But an anemic console launch does not mean the whole life will be that way. I mean, Switch launched with its only decent game being cross-gen. The only
1-2 Switch, yeah, I know.
No, Breath of the Wild. 1-2 Switch wasn't exclusive. That was not cross-gen. That was only on Switch.
Oh, worth it.
Yeah, but you said it's only decent game, so I just assumed you're talking about 1-2 Switch.
I mean, we had a lot of fun with that game, but
we did, yeah.
That game actually sold so many copies too. They made a lot of money off that fucking product, and it probably cost them $10 to make.
All right, guys, compatriots. Yeah, we got to PlayStation to Zelda. That's because that's the way we roll.
It's because definitely one of us, but all of us probably like Zelda too much.
Yeah.
But yeah. So the thing we all wanted to know is that it's $500 and $400 each.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what the extra stuff that the $500 is going to be able to do, because it's not $100 for a fucking disc drive. Just like people are shocked that the digital version of the Xbox Series X, not Xbox One X.
I don't know what they are.
The small Xbox has much less hardware insert.
Yeah.
Where as far as I'm aware, the PS5, the innards are exactly the same. One just has a disk drive and one doesn't. So they're just marking it up $100 for a disk drive.
Yeah, well, it's their way of making up money for that sweet hard drive that they made.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, guys.
Yeah. All right, dudes. Thank you for letting me stop by.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Matt. I'll talk to you later to record tomorrow after
cool.
the Nintendo.
Yeah, we'll do the podcast if you want to be on, Kenny. So you're always welcome.
Sick.
We're gonna do it after the Nintendo Direct tomorrow morning. Well, it'll be in the afternoon. Either way, we'll record. But like, we're gonna wait for that to play out, and then have like a good discussion about like the holiday season's finally shown its ass. So now we can spec that ass and give opinions on that ass.
On that ass. Yo, it's a nice ass.
Everyone loves that ass.
Everyone loves ass.
All right, see you guys.
Peace out, dude.
Hey guys.